What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I'm going to get into a video, and we also have the article from the NY Post of a Instagram model or a TikToker, or however you want to say she is. She posted a video warning women about getting BBLs. Okay, because she got a BBL, and apparently, one side of her asset began to have this issue, right? And she had to get some work done to fix that. But overall, she spoke about, again, we're going to get into this video, but she spoke about how, when she got her BBL, you couldn't tell her nothing. She thought she was basically the shit. Like a lot of these women who get these new bodies, right? They get these new bodies, you can't tell them nothing, right? One of the first things they do is go open an OnlyFans, right? And she's talking about the regret that she has now towards getting it. And she already looks like a small female. Now, maybe she was a little bit bigger, but especially when you're already a small, petite female and you're trying to get a bigger butt, for what reason, I have no idea, for attention. There are men out here who are not into women with big old butts. They're just not. Look at the women they end up marrying or the women they end up dating long term. They don't look like any of these Instagram models at all. But these women are obsessed with getting these bigger butts. And the BBL community, and this is one of the issues in the BBL community that nobody wants to talk about, is the fact that you do have these procedures that go wrong. And it goes on a lot more than y'all think. This is why these women have to go back and forth and get multiple surgeries, right? Especially when they don't get it right the first time, or you got women that, they want to look like other women. They have their work done. They still don't look like the women they want to look like. So they go back to get even more surgery, and it becomes an obsession, right? It becomes an obsession. They become obsessed with getting their bodies done. So let's get into the video that she did. Make sure y'all like this video and share it as well.
Literally do not get a BBL. Do not get a BBL. Get like liposuction and sculpture, if anything. But BBLs, baby, I almost died.
Liposuction is horrible too, but
it's cute, but like girls still jump in my DMs talking about, oh, I'm botched just like you, and then 2 seconds later another girl's like, I want a BBL just like, okay, so this time my BBL.
Yes, the botch surgeries goes on a lot as well, but they don't talk about this. More of these women need to talk about it, but they don't, because one, they want people to believe they have natural bodies, and two, they don't want to look bad. But you got to let that ego go, because if your health is at risk, you do need to warn other women. Getting BBLs, getting the lipo, that's a dangerous surgery.
Almost killed me in a minute or less. Basically, back in 2019, I got a BBL and I thought it was perfect. I thought it was hot shit. It was mwah, chef's kiss. Nobody could tell me shit. 6 months in, one of the booty cheeks starts growing. And I'm like, no, there's no way. No, it continued. People started telling me. People would tell me. And so the original doctor had me go get an ultrasound. The ultrasound said that there was a mass in it and there was fluid, so I had to get it all removed. Flew back to Miami, tried to get it removed. Basically, they couldn't do it because it was so thick and there was so much. Flew back home, tried to find a doctor to do it, couldn't find anybody. Everybody denied me. Finally, I found a reconstructive plastic surgeon who was willing to do it, but it was a very large price tag, and it was an emergency at that point. It had festered so badly that it was an emergency. So they had to cut my booty cheek open. I still have the scar. It's horrible. To get all of my liquid and solid fat necrosis removed. And if I never found my doctor, it would have either just been a very large infection or...
Ladies and gentlemen, BBLers, this is something that goes on, man. This is something that goes on. And again, these women are not going to tell y'all when these things happen. Now, she's telling her story now. Maybe her body is where she wants it to be now. But this is why being a booty model should not be the answer for a lot of you women. I know a lot of you women, you watch these women, you follow them. You want the following that they have. You want the access to the men that they have. But understand this, you're getting in line. There are thousands of women, probably hundreds of thousands of women who are trying to be Instagram models, OnlyFans models, trying to date a rapper or an athlete. You're going to have to get in line, because the only reason why they're getting these surgeries, either is because they want to impress some guy in their hometown that really doesn't care, or they want to get into the industry, so to speak. You know, they want to have the lifestyle that these women have, but you have to understand that these women go through a lot in order to get these bodies. They're going through a lot. Like there are things that y'all just don't understand. So let's get into this article. NY Post. Her Brazilian butt lift may have worked, but only in one cheek. One user on TikTok claimed that she almost lost her life after getting the popular procedure as she developed necrosis in one of her butt cheeks, causing it to become bigger than the other. Alex, who goes by the username Conquistadora, yeah, that's her name, is on social media app, has got more than 1.4 million views for her 50-second clip. Necrosis is the death of the body tissue, according to the Cleveland Clinic, and it can be caused by disease, infection, illness, or having a lack of blood flowing to your tissues. The TikTok creator explained that she got the procedure done in 2019 and everything was going well, perfect, even until she started to notice about 6 months in that one cheek was bigger than the other. So the original doctor had me go get an ultrasound. The ultrasound said that there was a mass in it and there was fluid. So I had to get it removed, Alex explained. She said that she flew back to Miami to get her derriere fixed, but what was in her butt was so thick that the doctors weren't able to help her. The creator then flew back home and after a long search finally found a reconstructive plastic surgeon to take care of it. It was an emergency at that point, she revealed. It had festered so badly that it was an emergency, so they had to cut her booty cheek open and still have the scar. It's horrible to get all the liquid and solid fat necrosis removed. And if I never found my doctor, it would have either been a very large infection or it had killed her. Getting a BBL entails a doctor injecting fat from other areas of the body into the butt to make it look bigger, but it doesn't come without risk. A 2020 study published by the National Library of Medicine shared that the death rate for a BBL is at 1 in 20,000. In another video, she warned viewers not to get a BBL and to get liposuction or Sculptra, another type of injection instead. Well, I want women to understand that, listen, you can get a booty other ways. Like I see, it's not like I'm going to look for it, but I've come across videos, tutorials of women doing like workouts to get the butt bigger. You know, I think they tell you certain foods to eat, certain workouts, right? These women are actually doing tutorials, but these women don't want to do that because I guess it takes too long. It ain't like you got much of a social life anyway. You're on the internet all day when you're not working, if you're working. So it's not like you have much going on anyway. A lot of y'all can go and look up the tutorials. Y'all can do the workouts. But to go and get this work done, it is a gamble, especially if you're not going to the right doctors. Because what I think happened, she wanted a really big butt because she has a small frame. So she wanted a really big butt. And I think that's where the problem came into play, because there have been women who've gotten BBLs and they've gotten, butts that fit their body. A lot of these chicks are getting these abnormally big butts for their bodies. And I think that's the problem as well. If you're getting a BBL where your butt is just a little bit bigger, right? You don't go too big, you just go a little bit. Those are the types of situations where you can't really tell if it's real or not, because the booty matches the thighs and the legs. Okay. When you have a small petite body and you got this big old butt, but you got these small skinny legs, you may have some complications. I just don't understand this obsession with big butts all of a sudden. In the comment section of Alex's video, many applauded her for sharing her story about the potentially dangerous surgery. "You are so brave for sharing this," one user commented. "There's probably so many girls who have complications that we don't know of. Another agreed writing. I'm so glad you're alive and spreading awareness. I hope you find peace from the emotional trauma hugs. Necrosis is so scary. Someone else type. People need to talk about the issues like this more because it happens more often than talked about. Some even admitted the video convinced them not to get their own BBL. She said, I thought about BBL. I think I'll just continue working out, a viewer wrote. Another person second. Yeah, I wanted one. Then Dr. Said said that it wasn't worth it and to just exercise in those areas and eat healthy. We need bigger butt trainers. Some of these heifers need to get out here and start training. Be specifically about getting bigger butts. I think some do, but I think they prefer to just be a fitness trainer, because I guess they don't want to be seen as the butt trainer. But again, you could probably make a lot of money, get a lot of clients by just training that specific area. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see y'all next.